Someone says that you Hare Krishnas, you have to simply chant all the time, you have to wake up early. I am free not to do it. I am not bound by such rules. So who is free? Is a devotee free? Or the materialistic person who is addicted to smoking and drinking free? No, Mahamaya is giving a huge advertisement. Come to the US, you will be happy. That is Avanatmika Shakti. Then you come to take a flight and come to the US, you are looking, where is happiness? People think, look at these devotees, don't do anything for the society, simply chanting all day. Man works very hard, earns a lot of money and comes and gives it to his wife. They are the legalized thieves. Bhagavatam says, not me. Bhagavatam says like this. Any quick points? What we did last time?
One point that
Yes.
we left before is Krishna maintains the material world through his energies, not
Yes.
by himself. That is one point which.
Okay. What is he doing?
He's just enjoying in
Yeah,
the spiritual
correct.
world.
Okay, thank you. Anything else? Yes.
Whenever he descends, it's for his own pleasure. So like, yes, he has like a duty to like maintain like creation itself, but he's also doing it because he wants to receive pleasure from like and display like almost like a trailer of like the pastimes of what you can get if you went to the spiritual abode.
Amazing. Thank you.
Something like that.
Yeah, very good. Okay, anything else? Yes. I'm waiting for you, you're waiting for me. Yes.
We were discussing about like two characteristics of Krishna. One is Parvatvam and Saulabhatvam.
What is first one?
Paratvam.
Paratvam.
Sorry.
Para.
Yeah, Paratvam. So greatness of Krishna. So in 9.4 and 5 we have seen how he says that everything rests in me, like everyone rests in him. So that means everyone is connected to him through his energies. And then in 9.5 he says that although everything rests in him, but he is aloof.
Correct. Very good.
So his energies are taken care of.
Okay. Good. And anything else? What did we discuss after
One
that?
more point that we forgot is even demigods, like we discussed from the Suprabhatam, where even demigods wait in the line to see
The darshan of the Lord.
Bhagwan.
Yeah, correct. They're also pushing
They're also pushing
in the line for Balaji Darshan. They get hit
by on their head.
on their head. Yeah, so in this way we were discussing about Paratvam on Supreme Lord. Paratvam means like a coconut on a tall coconut tree. It's very difficult to, you can extend your hand but you cannot reach it. Supreme Lord is like that. Everyone is trying to catch hold of the Supreme Lord but he cannot be reached. Therefore he is Paratvam. But at the same time, in the same flow, in the 9th chapter, the later part Krishna says about Saulabhatvam. Saulabhatvam means, though he is very difficult to be reached, he is not reached by anyone and everyone, but still at the same time, he is easy to be attained. Therefore he is Krishna. Saulabhatvam or Sulabha. Sulabha means easily attainable. So, generally in this material world we see people of high position, of high accolades, high achievements. They are not easily reachable. That means they become proud or they situate themselves in such positions where they are guarded by so much security. You cannot easily approach anyone who has achieved a lot. But Krishna, he doesn't have to achieve anything. Everything belongs to him. Isn't it? So therefore, though his position is of that of the highest, mattaha paratam na anyat, Krishna says, 7.7, there is nothing superior to me. But still, he makes himself very easily attainable. So the contradictory aspects are always resolved in the Supreme Lord. It is said in Ishopanishad, tad ijati, tad nejati, tad dure, tad vantike. That means he is far, but he is very close. He is still, but he is running. So in this way, the Supreme Lord, what does it mean? He is far but close. For the materialistic people, for the atheistic people, he is very far. He cannot be reached. But for his devotees, he is very close. Similarly, for yogis who are trying to catch hold of him, he is as if he is running. They can't even catch him with the speed of mind. But for the devotees, he is right there in front of him. So therefore, the Supreme Lord is all the contradictory is resolved in the Supreme Lord. So last time we also discussed about how Prakriti is under the control of Krishna. We discussed that.
That relationship between Prakriti,
Jiva and yes. Maya dakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam hetunanena kaunteya jagad viparivartate. In 9-10, in the 10th verse of this chapter, Krishna is saying how Prakriti is also under my control. And through Prakriti, Krishna is controlling all of us. People who are in Sattva characteristics are Jnanam, Sukham and Jnanam. That means immediately, as soon as one is leading a lifestyle in Sattva, he attains some sort of happiness. He doesn't want so much from the material world. He's just content and satisfied. And Jnanam, what does he seek? He is looking for something deeper in life. That is Jnanam. People who are controlled by the mode of Rajas, they are characterized by Sangha and Trishna. Trishna means hankering for material wealth, for number of followers, for name, fame, glory. And Sangha means they're always hankering for association of opposite sex. This is Rajas. So, people who are Rajasic, their mind is unsettled. They cannot be peaceful. They're constantly going pillar to post, hither to thither, just to get something, to attain something. And people who are controlled by mode of ignorance, they are predominated by the characteristics of Nidra, Pramada and Alasya. How many of you can relate with these terms? Nidra, Pramada and Alasya. Isn't it? This is tamas, effect of tamas. Nidra means sleep. Wherever you put the living entity, he wants to fall asleep. Alasya, lazy. That means he has no tendency to take any initiative. In the project, in your team, your friends put all the effort and finally you say, I'll do the documentation. That also you use ChatGPT. Isn't it? So no one wants to put effort. No one. If someone is Rajasic, if someone is very passionate, he will say, all of you keep quiet, I will do the project alone. That's Rajas. And Tamas means he doesn't want to put any effort. It's alas. And Pramada means madness due to intoxication. That means sometimes the person after drinking heavily, he's lying in the gutter. In India you'll find often. Lying in the gutter, but he thinks he's the most happiest person on the earth. But when you look at him, you feel pity for him. Isn't it? So that is Pramad. Intoxication or madness due to intoxication. So which one would you prefer? Goodness, passion or ignorance? Goodness. But passion is also required. Isn't it? Otherwise you cannot achieve anything. The tendency to achieve is passion. And ignorance is also required. Otherwise you cannot sleep at night. It's because of tamas we can sleep. But they all have their times. So in this way, the Supreme Lord is controlling, directing material nature, and the material nature is influencing its control over the living entities. I might say no one is controlling me. Is it true? No. The living entities are always controlled. Someone says that you Hare Krishnas, you have to simply chant all the time, you have to wake up early. I am free not to do it. I am not bound by such rules. So who is free? Is the devotee free? Or the materialistic person who is addicted to smoking and drinking free? Who is free? Devotee is free? Are you sure?
Well, he's a servant of Krishna, but he's more free from more bondages, I guess.
But the materialistic friend will say that you are forced to chant. You cannot smoke. I am free to smoke. You are not free to smoke. Who is free?
But it's a choice, right?
It's a choice.
To chant or to do
Yeah, so I can exercise the choice. You cannot exercise. You have no choice.
Yeah.
I have choice whether to smoke or not. So I am free. You are not free.
I am not bonded by smoking. I don't have to smoke. I have to smoke certain times of day to stay in right mind. We don't have to.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, we don't have to smoke. It's not that we don't, we are, the freedom comes in as actually, like you said, I was trying to confuse you. The freedom lies in the choice whether to smoke or not. The person who is saying you guys cannot even smoke, I can smoke, he is forced to smoke. Isn't it? You can say, yes, we don't want to smoke, but we can chant. You don't have the choice to chant. Isn't it? For a materialistic person, he cannot pick up beadbag and chant. Very difficult for him. So, actually, if you consider the devotees, more one is going towards Krishna, more he is becoming unbound from the modes of material nature. That means more he is free. More one is looking away from Krishna. Janasya Krishna vimukasya deva. What's the next line? Sudukhitasya. Adharmashilasya sudukhitasya. As soon as the living entities, they turn away from Krishna. Krishna is here, you turn away and you walk in this direction. What happens? Janasya Krishna vimukasya. Vimukasya means turning away. Then they embrace adharma. Adharma shilasya sudukhitasya. Having embraced and living a life based on adharma, they become very miserable. Sudukhitasya. So, therefore, the living entities who have turned away from Krishna, they are getting more and more caught up in the material world. Just like quicksand. Isn't it? The quicksand, more you struggle, the more it sucks you in. Isn't it? So the material world, the entanglement is like that. Sometimes your feet is being sucked by the quicksand. Then you think, okay, let me use my hand to pull my feet. Then your hands also get stuck. Slowly, your only head is remaining. Isn't it? Unless someone pulls you out, there is no hope. So, more you turn towards Krishna, you are being unentangled. You are becoming free. It is as if the quicksand is wearing out. And you are free. Now you can move your hands and legs. Isn't it? So, the living entities in this material world are completely entangled. So, where is freedom? You can wave your independence flag, but no one is independent. The three modes of material nature. So, we are all being controlled. And controlled indirectly by Krishna. What would you prefer, to be controlled indirectly by Krishna or directly by Krishna? Directly by Krishna. Those are the only two choices. There is no third choice. We have to be controlled. So better be controlled by Krishna's love. Krishna says people have to experience Krishna in their life. Either you experience the sweet form of Krishna or you experience the ghastly form of death. Krishna says, death I am. As death, Krishna conquers everything. As time, he destroys everything. He is Kala also. Either you can see the ghastly form of Kala Rupa. When Arjuna was on the battlefield, Krishna showed not only universal form, but also the form of time. One was Vishwarupa, where he saw all the demigods, all the planets, all sun, moon, everything as part of the Supreme Lord. But he also saw Kala Rupa with ghastly faces, chewing up the bodies of Duryodhana, Dushasana and the Kauravas. And Arjuna got scared. Then he said, my dear Lord, please come back to your normal two-handed form. I cannot look at this form. Very ghastly. So, therefore this is, by this we understand how everything in this world is under the control of Supreme Lord. We might be proud that some things are under my control also. What is under our control? Nothing? Are you sure? Yeah?
Your eating habits, sleeping.
Eating, sleeping, somewhat under our control. Many times it's not under our control.
To desire.
To desire, okay. Sometimes your desire is also influenced.
What do you it takes? So what kind of knowledge you're listening to? What kind of people you're hanging out with? Your environment, basically.
Okay, so what do you want to choose to give your senses to?
Yeah.
Some choice you have. Yeah, so some choice, very minute free will we have. But generally we are completely controlled. We sometimes I can control iPad, isn't it? I can control my phone. Some minute controllership. But Krishna is not like that controller. He is an ultimate controller. In this world, all the living entities are controllers. And Krishna is the controller of all controllers. And no one is there to control him. And therefore, he is a capital C controller. We are the small c controllers. We control some things here and there. But the Supreme Lord, We control and are controlled. The Supreme Lord controls and is not controlled by anything. There's a difference. So, in this way, Krishna says that in this material world, everything is under his control, and everything is pervaded by him. His energies are managing the entire universe. So, looks like a big shot. So, to understand, attain Krishna is not easy. And then he says there are different categories of people. Some are called as karmis. What is a karmi? Who is a karmi?
Fruitive worker.
Fruitive worker, who refers to the Shastras, but he is more interested in the fruits, material fruits, like going to heaven and enjoying there. So Krishna says they are not very intelligent. Why? Because
They're gonna fall down.
yes, very good. They have to come back to Martya Loka. They cannot stay in the heaven for all time. Some people want to become rich, but that richness also has to end at the time of death, if not before. Some people want, say gold medal. They want some achievements, but everything has to end. So karmis are like that. They're called as foolish people, less intelligent, because they're looking for temporary happiness. They're karmis. Then second category are the jnanis. Jnanis look for knowledge. But this knowledge is of impersonal Brahman. And therefore Krishna says, these jnanis are also not very intelligent. Why? Because they do not accept my form, personal form. They are simply meditating on the Brahman, and because of which they undergo great distress in their path. See, for us, if you are finding difficult to chant Hare Krishna, you can just put a photo of Radha Krishna and chant. At least some beauty is there, isn't it? But for impersonal Brahman, they just have chant on Om, and there's nothing, everything is Maya for them. So there is no higher taste. So second class is Jnanis. And the third class Krishna talks about is the atheistic people. The atheistic people are, he says, they are the most foolish because they completely deride his existence. And even when God comes to this world, they say that he is a normal human being. Avjananti ma muda manusham tanumashatam. But he says the devotees, the fourth class, devotees are the best. Why? Because karmis, jnanis, yogis, atheistic people, all these people, they take shelter of Krishna's Mahamaya energy. See, this is important. Krishna predominantly has two energies. One is Mahamaya, one is Yogamaya. What is Mahamaya? See, both are Maya, illusion. What is Mahamaya? That Maya which takes you away from Krishna is called as Mahamaya. What is Yogamaya? That Maya which takes you close to Krishna is Yogamaya. For example, Mahamaya, there are two aspects of Mahamaya. One is called as Avarana Atmika Shakti. Avaran means to cover. It's called the covering potency. And then Prakshepatmika Shakti. Prakshepatmika Shakti means the kicking potency. That means, Mahamaya is giving a huge advertisement. Come to the US, you'll be happy. That is Avaranatmika Shakti. Then you take a flight and come to the US, you are looking, where is happiness? Then you get kicks. Instead of happiness, what do you get? Kicks. Everything is very costly. You don't have people of your own kind. And Indians are worse than Americans here. All Prakshepatmika Shakti, kicks. So first, see, if someone is directly kicking you without covering you, you can defend. But what Maya does, say at night you're sleeping. First Maya puts a blanket so you cannot see who it is. And then she takes a lathi and hits you. This is Prakshepatmika Shakti. So if you take shelter of Mahamaya, that means the karmis, the jnanis, the yogis, the atheistic people, they all take shelter of Mahamaya. Then you are covered and then kicked. Then you get suffering. But in illusion, you think this is very nice. The example is given in Bhagavatam that the man works very hard, earns a lot of money, and comes and gives it to his wife. They are the legalized thieves. Bhagavatam says, not me. Bhagavatam says like this. Bhagavatam says like, and he feels happy in giving. Isn't it? He feels happy in giving. It is given as an example for illusion. Generally, if someone takes the money, you feel bad because you have worked so hard for it. But the power of illusion, he works very hard, comes and gives it, hands it over to his wife and children. They are the thieves inside the home, like that it says. Isn't it? But the illusion is so powerful, he doesn't feel bad about it. Rather, he feels happy about it. That's illusion. How is it that you're working so hard, getting so much money and giving to someone else and you're happy? Isn't it? That is the first Avranatmika Shakti, then Prakshepatmika Shakti, and then he still is happy. He thinks he's happy. Yeah? Whereas, what is Yoga Maya? Yoga Maya is that energy which takes you closer to Krishna. As Mahamaya is the deity of Mahamaya is Durga, and Durga always holds Trishul. Trishul means three tap. Adi Devi Klesha, Adi Atmik Klesha, Adi Bhautik Klesha. So Trishul, with the Trishul, Durga is constantly torturing the living entities. But Yoga Maya is predominated by Srimati Radharani, Lakshmi, the mother of the universe. So what does she hold? Lotus flower. She holds a lotus flower in one hand, and then she has another hand where she's blessing the devotee. So for the devotee, they take shelter of Yoga Maya, and other than devotees, they take shelter of Mahamaya. Under Yoga Maya, for example, Yashoda Mai is taking a stick and chasing Krishna, and Krishna is, it said, Atanka Netram. There's a lot of fear in his eyes, and he is running as if he will get hit. The Supreme Lord Paratvam is running from Mother Yashoda, and the yogis are thinking, how is this possible? I am running behind Krishna, Krishna is still so far away, and Mother Yashoda is holding stick and running behind Krishna, and she is able to catch him. Why? That is because she has taken shelter of Yoga Maya. In Yoga Maya, see, to think Krishna as my son is illusion or not?
Yes.
That is also illusion, but that is Yoga Maya. To think Krishna as enemy is illusion, but that is Mahamaya. To think that Krishna does not exist, there is no God, God is my enemy, I am God, this is all Mahamaya. To think that Krishna is my friend, Krishna is my father, Krishna is my mother, Krishna is my child, Krishna is my... all these other kind of rasas that devotee exchanges with the Supreme Lord, that is Yoga Maya. Does that make sense? So both are Maya, but we prefer Yoga Maya. And therefore in the 13th verse in 9th chapter, Krishna is talking to Arjuna, is telling him, he says, Mahatmanastu mam partha daivim prakriti mashritaha bhajantananya manaso gyatva bhutadim avyayam. Krishna says, these Mahatmas, the devotees, Prabhupada says Mahatma word can only be used for the devotees, not Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma is a title reserved for the devotees. Mahatma means he is a very great soul. That great soul, who is a great soul? One who has taken shelter of Daivi Prakriti or Yoga Maya. I'll show you the verse. You can repeat after me. Mahatmanastu mam partha Daivim Prakriti Mashritaha Bhajantananya Manaso Yatva Bhutadim Avyayam. So Krishna is saying Mahatmanastu mam partha. See, Mahatmanastu mam partha. Tu means but, right? Yeah, but. Because he just spoke about the atheistic people, how they deride me. And now he is saying, no, Maika. Okay, you can give now at least. Yeah, so Mahatmanastu mam partha. Who are the Mahatmas? Daivi Prakriti Mashritaha. People, those devotees who have taken shelter of Daivi Prakriti of Srimati Radharani. They are Mahatmas. They are my devotees. And what do? Bhajanti Ananya Manaso. That means they are worshipping me, not while thinking of other things. They worship me as if I am the whole and soul of their life. There is nothing else to be attained. So they do worship me, not like people worship, like fun. You just want to worship God so that, and want to finish that worship, so the whole day you have to do everything else you want. Not that kind of worship. Bhajanti Ananya Manaso means with one point of attention, my devotees worship me. Gyatva Bhutadim Avyayam. So this is the difference between devotees and materialistic people. The materialistic people are taking shelter of Mahamaya. The devotees are taking shelter of Yoga Maya. And under Yoga Maya, next verse Krishna says, what do my devotees do? Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha dridavratah namasyantascha mam bhaktya nitya yukta upasate. So what are my devotees doing? They are not sleeping. They are Satatam kirtayantomam. All the time you catch them, they're chanting the holy name. Kirtayantomam means they're always busy sharing my glories to others. So Satatam kirtayantomam yatantascha dridavratah. The life of a devotee is not easy. What does Krishna say? Yatan means hard work. Yatan, isn't it? To put endeavor. The devotees, yatantascha dridavratah means my devotees are working hard with great determination to please me. These are devotees. People think, look at these devotees, don't do anything for the society, simply chanting all day. No, devotees are not simply chanting all day. They do chant, but at the same time they are working hard to share and spread Krishna consciousness. They want to spread the message of the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says, yatantascha dridavratah, they are highly determined to please me. Materialistic people are highly determined to please the senses. Namasyantascha ma bhaktya, they offer obeisances unto me. Nitya yukta upasate, and always they always are engaged in my worship, upasate. So always sharing my glories, working hard with great determination to please me, offering obeisances unto me, and always connected to me through their worship. And then finally he goes on to talk about karmis and everything. So last time till here we discussed about paratvam. Today we want to talk about saulabhatvam. How is it possible that someone who is so at the top of the range, the apex of the pyramid, how can he be easily attainable? And that is the sum and substance of this chapter. This chapter is called as the most confidential knowledge, Guhyatamam. And what is that most confidential knowledge? That secret by which that Supreme Lord who is paratvam can easily be attained, can easily be conquered. And what is that path? The path of pure devotion, devotional service. In 18th chapter, Krishna says, Bhaktya mam abhijanati. Krishna is telling Arjuna that I can only be known by bhakti, through devotional service. You cannot understand Krishna by reading a research paper on God. You cannot understand Krishna by proofs. You cannot, even if we prove God, like Duryodhana, when Krishna came as a messenger, as a doot, and then he is presenting, Pandavas claim that at least give us 5 villages. After it was rejected, and Krishna said, okay, then that means you want war. And still, after all that conversation was done, when Krishna was leaving, Duryodhana thought this is the right time to capture Krishna. Immediately released a cage from the top, and Krishna was behind the bars. And everyone was shocked, what the hell is Duryodhana doing? And that time Krishna, to give him a glimpse of his glory, what did he do? Krishna showed a mini Vishwarupa form. And there was great effulgence glaring throughout the room, throughout the hall. And everyone was blinded. There's only a few people who could see that Vishwarupa. Dhritarashtra knew Krishna is showing Vishwarupa, and he prayed, can I please get eyes to see you at least? And he got the eyes, he got the vision of the Supreme Lord's Vishwarupa, and again he became blind at that time. Bhishma could see. Pandavas were not there. Very few. Vidura could see. For a moment he thought, maybe he show you God, you cannot accept him. So what is the use of your question? What is the use of your challenge? Even if Krishna comes before us, can you accept him as God? Not easy. Because Krishna is known only by devotion. It's only through devotional service Krishna is known. And that path is being spoken to Arjuna in this chapter. And therefore this chapter is the most confidential knowledge. If I tell you, I'm going to give you a tip on how you can get a job in next 2 days, becomes the most confidential knowledge. Don't tell others. Isn't it? Yeah. Because it's important. But much, much more important, the goal of life is to attain the Supreme Lord. And that path is discussed here. So therefore it's most confidential.
But that should be shared with everyone. Then why is it called confidential?
Therefore Bhagavad Gita is open, no? It's not locked up in India. It is an open secret.
Yeah.
Why is it then most confidential? Because it is reserved for those who are interested in learning it, not for everyone. We don't make it commercialized, industrialized. Like if you give me money, then I'll tell you about the 9th chapter. If you're interested, you can know. You may. It's like you read the Bhagavad Gita. If you don't have the sincerity, you still cannot understand what it is. It is locked up in such a type of a lock. Even if you can read it, you cannot access it. Therefore, Krishna is saying that now he is going to tell Arjuna about this pure devotional service. What is the glory of pure devotional service? We'll see. First, we'll go to 922. What happened? Is not working? Working, but you didn't give me the mic. Oh, it's here.
The first part was not recorded.
Anyway, this is all that was revision. Now we are starting. Krishna is teaching me tolerance. Okay. Now from here, Krishna talks about his devotees. Okay, 922 and then 926 onwards. See, there are many shlokas. We are changing the style of our presentation. Instead of doing shlokas every day, one sloka, every time one sloka, it will take another 3-4 years to complete Bhagavad Gita, at the least. So therefore, what we want to do is, we want to speak essence, the essence of concepts, and move on. If you want, that will be level 1. You want level 2, then you have to become more serious. Then we'll do even more deeper explanation, like that. Because we do every shloka in depth, we don't catch anything. And I ask for, what do you remember? No one remembers anything. Prabhuji, last time Sunday feast was very good. Prasadam, that we might remember, but not what is discussed in the class. So therefore, we thought, let's speak that which is relevant. What are we discussing today? Saulabhatvam. How is Krishna easily attainable? Okay. Next time I'm going to ask you. Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktana yoga kshemam vahamyaham. Someone with the mic can read.
But those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have.
Krishna is saying, for my devotees, how do I reciprocate with them? Krishna carries everything that they need to make progress in spiritual life. Krishna is having it with him. That means, see, devotional service is not your path to glory. Devotional service is a path where Krishna walks side by side with the jiva, taking him closer to himself. Therefore, in bhakti, the means and the goal are the same. Prabhupada was once asked, what is the goal of chanting Hare Krishna? To which Prabhupada replied, the goal of chanting Hare Krishna is to chant more Hare Krishna. For that time, you're chanting with love. The goal of chanting is chanting. The goal of serving is serving. Sometimes people say, you devotees simply want to worship Krishna and go back to Godhead, escaping the responsibilities in the material world. What is there to escape? In the spiritual world, you don't think we are relaxing there. What are we busy doing? Chanting and serving. It's not some cozy home where it's a palace for you, where you can sleep all day. Spiritual world is only for people who are interested in serving Krishna. That is spiritual world. Sometimes we have another fantastical idea where we think spiritual world is like okay, no job, no interview, no death, no birth, now I can relax.
32
Huh?
32
32 old?
That's a different concept.
Oh, okay.
Some says that there are like 32 in heaven.
Oh,
Some philosophies.
okay. Yeah. That is heaven, that's not spiritual world. That is heaven. Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhu, in this case, what is the transcendental form?
All my transcendental form, that's Krishna's form.
Oh, this is Krishna.
Yeah, why is it called transcendental? Because it's not like our form. It doesn't age to become old. The 9 holes of the body does not produce nasty substances like our body does. So therefore it's transcendental. It's a complete spiritual.
Like Niranga?
Sorry?
Like Niranga?
Niran, what?
Meaning like not that we can perceive that type?
Well, Krishna's form is revealed, of course, we cannot just perceive it. But at the same time, when you say transcendental, for example, Krishna on the battlefield is about 125 years old, but he was looking as if he's just 16-year-old. Like that. So it is not like how our body has biological functions. Krishna doesn't have like that. Krishna doesn't face indigestion problem, headache, stomach pain. These things doesn't happen. It's complete spiritual. It's not made up of the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air. It's not made up of that. Yeah. So Krishna is saying this path that my devotee takes, the path of bhakti, is that path where Krishna is holding the hand of the devotee and taking him ahead. It is not an individual path where you are all alone. You have to strive for something. All other paths, the Gyan path for the Gyanis, the Jnana path, the Karma path, the Yoga path, everything is like that. You have to achieve something. Here, Krishna helps you to achieve. And therefore he says, I carry what they lack and preserve what they have. Arjuna was Krishna's pure devotee. Arjuna was ready to serve Krishna on the battlefield, and therefore Krishna gave him the skill of fighting using archery. After the war, after he impressed Shiva, after he impressed Bhishma, impressed Drona, impressed all the Kauravas, and after the entire war had happened, later on, when Krishna leaves the planet, he had told Arjuna that you have to take custody of 6 my queens and take care of them. So Arjuna went to Dwarka, and on the way back, as he was bringing 16,000 queens, Arjuna was met with these infidels, like some rowdies on the street. And this is Arjuna. And Arjuna thought, come on, I still have my Gandiva. And then he fought with them, and believe it or not, he lost the war with the infidels. They are not Dronacharya or Bhishma. They're like, they can hardly, probably they threw stones or something. But Arjuna lost. And he was completely bewildered. And they stole the queens and went away. Of course, the Acharya is right. It was Krishna who came as that infidel and took away his queens. But at the same time, Arjuna was so shocked. How could this happen to me? I am the great archer who even impressed Shiva in fight, in battle. How is it that I could not even defeat these small, unknown, unpopular fellows? And then Arjuna goes back, and there is one verse. I don't think I can take it out now. But Arjuna is thinking, this is the same Arjuna, this is the same chariot, this is the same Gandiva, the same arrows. That time I was victorious, now I lost. Why? And then he understood, it is because that time Krishna was with me, and now Krishna is not there. Why Krishna took away his skill? Because that time he needed it for service. So Krishna had given that skill. Once the service was done, what is the use of fight? The power to fight. Krishna withdrew the service power. So devotees understand whatever skill set I have today, Krishna has given it. I don't use it in service, Krishna can take it away. Or once the service is done, I don't need it anymore, Krishna can take it away. Krishna invests that power, Krishna can withdraw that power. Devotee understanding that this is not my skill, it is skill bestowed by Krishna. Till the time I have it, let me make the best use of it by engaging in his service. This is how a devotee thinks. And that is what? I carry what they lack. Like for example, there was one crazy Peter in Boston. He joined, I don't know where, but later on he was in Boston. But he was called as the crazy Peter. Sometimes in front of the Boston entrance, temple entrance, he would be lying down. He would be lying down in front of the temple entrance, and people would have to cross over him to get into the temple. And he would like to read a lot. He would just have his pile of books and lie down right in front of the entrance. And then, some devotees, the temple president, they all wrote to Srila Prabhupada, what do we do with him? Prabhupada just wrote back saying, can't you tolerate? That's all Prabhupada wrote. So they thought, okay, let us just tolerate and go on. This crazy Peter went on to become Kushagrata Prabhu, who became a very esteemed Sanskrit scholar and who went on to translate many of the Sanskrit literatures in English. How many of you are Sanskrit scholar here? How many of you know Sanskrit? You know Sanskrit? Can you speak? Studied in school. No, okay. Not sufficient to understand. It's like me studying Hindi in school. When I studied Hindi. But, you know. So, Kushakrita Prabhu, who was called as Crazy Peter, who was completely like a reject in society, Prabhupada gave him initiation. Prabhupada told his disciples just tolerate him. Later, he was so empowered to translate the Goswami literatures into English. It is not ordinary. And look at all the Prabhupada's disciples. Many of them, they are not, even college graduate. Some are just hippies. But when they took up Prabhupada's mission to the heart, they were traveling across the globe and sharing the message of Gita. They can give such deep lectures on the Bhagavad Gita. Where is all this coming from? From Krishna. They did not have it. But Krishna, He carries what they lack, and when it's needed, Krishna gives it. When it's not needed, He withdraws it. But this Krishna only does for His devotees. And now in 9.26. Now from here Krishna says that the path of bhakti is very simple. It is simple but not easy. Simple means it's not very complicated. It is not like your calculus equation. Integral, your differentiation. Solve the integral of dx by d of root of 1 minus x. Something is there like that. No, the integral of 1 by 1 minus root of 1 minus x. You have to memorize this and go to the exam hall. How to solve it. Isn't it? It's complicated. But bhakti is not like that. Bhakti is straightforward. You do this, you get this. That's all it is. Bhakti. From here, Krishna starts speaking about the glory of the path of bhakti. How many of you are ready to hear it? Yeah, sure? The glory of path of bhakti. Okay. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachyate tad aham bhaktyuparitam ashnami prayatatmanaha. Krishna is saying one who offers a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or little water, I accept it. But that offering has to be done with devotion. See, one thing you will understand is how costly is a fruit or a leaf or a flower or a little water. It is so cheap that you can even out of courtesy just give it to someone for free. Isn't it? Like if you are thinking, some guest is coming, I don't know what to give him. Okay, just give him one fruit. Is that cheap? Isn't it? Just give him some water. You don't count money for it. You just give water. In Govinda's canteen, we have water kept. But other things are for a price. But water is for free, no problem. So, why? Because water is not very costly. And nor is to give a fruit or a flower or a leaf. So Krishna does not expect that you have to be rich to serve me. He doesn't need it. He's not after your richness. He's not after your wealth. He's not after your opulence. What is Krishna after? Krishna is after bhakti. Devotion. Pure devotion. And therefore Krishna says, I don't mind the offering, but if it is done with love, I'll accept the offering. It's like the father who gives a small son some money, and the son uses the money to purchase some chocolates from the store, and on the birthday of the father gives the chocolate to his father. Say the son gives one dairy milk bar to his father. Father is thinking like, I have so much more money, like tens and thousands of dollars. I can purchase another 1,000 dairy milk chocolate. Hey, keep your dairy milk with you. He can say that. But father is pleased to see that the son could have done anything with the money. He thrown away that money, but he used that money to purchase something to give to the father. So what is father accepting?
Intention.
Not the chocolate. Chocolate is just a medium that is holding the devotion of the child. Isn't it? So the father is accepting the devotion to the chocolate. So Krishna is accepting patram pushpam phalam toyam. That means Krishna is emphasizing a point that devotion is not very difficult. even if you offer anything of this, but with a pure intention to please me, I accept it. In Hastinapur, once Duryodhana called Krishna for a lunch, to have lunch. Probably he had some intention, let me win his favor for the Kurukshetra battle. So he had made huge chapan bhog of all kinds of, basmati rice with ghee and top-notch dal and puris and sabjis and sweets of all kinds from North India to South India. Everything. Everything was there. And Duryodhana said, my dear Krishna, see, this is for you. Let's have lunch. And Krishna told him, generally, we only have to accept lunch from people who are either your friends or in case you're hungry. Krishna said, I'm neither hungry nor you are my friend. So I cannot accept it. And he left the place. And Krishna left the place and went to the place of Vidura. At that time, Vidura was not at home. He had gone out for shopping. And when he went home, Vidurani was there. She is also a pure devotee of Krishna. Vidurani was so happy seeing that Krishna has actually come to my home. She was so much in ecstasy, she forgot to even invite him inside. She just made Krishna stand at the door without offering him any water, without offering any place to sit. And with great devotion, she wanted to give something. So she saw some bananas, she took bananas, she peeled off the bananas, threw the fruit outside and gave the peel to Krishna. And what is Krishna doing? Bhavagrahi Janardana. He's accepting that devotion through the peel. So he was eating the peel. Just imagine this scene. Vidurani is peeling the banana, throwing the fruit, giving peel. And Krishna is just eating the peel, looking at his devotee. And Vidura comes back home and he's seeing what the hell is happening. He's thinking, at least offer him a place to sit. Give him some water. And only then she was, she broke from that ecstasy. And then she understood what she was doing. So Krishna is not in need of anything from us. What do we have that Krishna needs? Krishna is Atmaram. He's not in need of our love. Even if we don't do anything, still he is peaceful, he's content. Therefore he's called as Atmaram. But if at all we want to offer anything to Krishna, that is love. It is only love of the individual living entity that can please Krishna and nothing else. And therefore, if you ask, Prabhu, why is it love that conquers Krishna? Why not knowledge? Why not hard work? Why not opulence? Why is Krishna conquered only by love? Can someone say?
Because he has everything else.
And he doesn't have love, poor fellow, lonely.
But he's pleased through this love mode.
Yeah, why not money? If someone is trying to love me, it's okay, you give money, I'll be happy with the money. I can say that, yes.
Because others, some may be wealthy, some not so wealthy, right? But everyone actually has that freedom to love someone. So,
But Krishna doesn't expect. Krishna is saying Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. So at least people can give water. So it's not a matter of wealth also.
but with love, no?
Yeah, I'm saying why not wealthy? You're saying it's not wealthy but love, because everyone can give love. But everyone can give some object also. Why love in particular? Yes, Dhruv?
Love is not material, rest everything is material.
Love is not material. Spiritual love is not material. In the material world, love is material. Okay, yes, Fatih.
I was gonna say that the soul lasts forever, so the soul is not bound by the material life, and it's gonna last after death and everything.
Correct.
But money and every offering and whatever you give him will all go away. So if you love Krishna, it's you're gonna love him in the next life.
Okay, you level up an eternal connection with the Lord.
Yeah.
Okay, good answer. Thank you. Something else? I have one answer in my mind. Yes.
Well, all these things that you're saying, don't they all technically belong to Krishna? So don't they all belong to him? So if you're giving it to him, he's like, oh, I already have it. So what's the point of giving it to me? So the only thing that you could give is your love, because that doesn't have it yet, and that's what he's actually seeking from you.
Okay, very good. Okay, thank you. Yes.
Is it because love is selfless?
Love is selfless. In spiritual love is, material love is not.
No, I'm asking that, because
Yeah, if you're asking, it's not. Love is not selfless in the material world. Yes.
Probably Okay, if we are saying he is Atmaram, but then he is conquered by love, that means that love is coming from himself, that is Srimati Radharani.
Okay. You
So-
have heard it somewhere? Yes? No?
We probably would have discussed
Just,
it.
yeah, correct. That's the answer.
Even
Be- yeah, I've said it. No? Okay. Because the living entity is part and parcel of Krishna, and living entity's love for Krishna is part and parcel of love of Srimati Radharani for Krishna. So he is attracted by Srimati Radharani's love. And the bhakti what we have in our heart is just like a droplet of her love for Krishna. So that's what conquers Krishna. So Krishna, Srimati Radharani is called as Hladini Shakti. Hlad means pleasure potency of Krishna. So Krishna is, why is he Atmaram? Because Srimati Radharani is also expanding from Krishna. Why does he expand? Just for the sake of pleasure pastimes. Isn't it? Just have pastime. What's the problem? So otherwise Krishna is full in himself. So if at all he derives enjoyment from anything outside himself, that is his own expansion. So in a sense that is also not from outside himself. That's also himself. So therefore love is one thing that conquers the Supreme Lord, because it is a part and parcel of the Supreme Devotee's love, the Srimati Radharani's love. So therefore bhakti is given a lot of emphasis. See in this verse, Yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakti uparitam. 2 times bhakti is used. So Krishna is called as Bhavagrahi Janardana. Like that. And therefore the path of bhakti is very simple. Anyone can practice it. No material qualification is required. You don't need to have a job to chant Hare Krishna. You don't need to be laid off to chant Hare Krishna. You don't need to be rich to chant Hare Krishna. You don't have to be poor to chant Hare Krishna. There's no material qualification. You might not even need human body to become a devotee. But of course you need support to become a devotee then. Because there are devotees like Gajendra, who is an Jatayu, who is vulture. Garuda, who is eagle. Hanuman, who is don't say monkeys, Vanara. Okay. And yeah, they're different. Vanara is a different species. In Kim Purusha Loka, 5th canto will read, full with Vanaras, of which Hanuman also stays in Kim Purusha Loka. Yeah. So like that, anyone can become Krishna's devotee. Can a demon become Krishna's devotee?
Yes.
Example? Prahlad, Vritrasura. King can also become Krishna's devotee. Poor beggars can also become Krishna's devotee. I'll show you one verse, it's very nice. Yeah, can you see here? Vyadasya charanam dhruvasya chavayo vidya gajendrasya ka kubjaya kimunam rupamadhikam kim tat sudamno dhanam vamsha ko vidurasya yadavapate ugrasya kim paurusham bhaktya tushyati kevalam na cha gunai bhakti priyo madhava. See here, very beautiful is mentioning. Did the hunter named Dharma have any piety? Still he became Krishna's devotee. Did age disqualify the 5-year-old Dhruva from becoming devotee of Krishna? No. He was just 5 years. I mean, even small children can become devotees. Did Gajendra, who lived by Trikota mountain, possess any learning? Vidya Gajendra Seka. What kind of Vidya did he have? He's an elephant, not very smart. Did Mathura's Kubja, who was a hunchback lady, the maid servant of Kamsa, have any beauty? She was not at all beautiful, but she still, because she was ready to offer that sandalwood pulp to Krishna. It belonged to Kamsa, but she thought, who the hell is Kamsa in front of Krishna? So she gave it to Krishna. So Krishna gave her mercy also. Did Sudama Brahmana, the friend of Krishna, have any wealth? Did the social status of Vidura disqualify him because he was son of a maid servant? So Duryodhana kicked Vidura out, saying that you are son of maid servant, you have no position in this house. Did the prowess of Ugrasena, the king of the Yadus, disqualify him? Madhava was pleased with the devotional service, he is not pleased by material qualities. You don't need beauty, you don't need wealth, you don't need tejas, you don't need ojas, you don't need influential power, you don't need anything material to please Krishna. You don't need high IQ, you don't need anything else. Krishna is one person who will be pleased with your devotion. Can your boss be pleased with your devotion? You say, sorry, I could not complete my work yesterday, but I really love you. He will say, keep your love in your pocket, I need your work to be done. In this world, no one can be pleased with your devotion. But Krishna has no expectation. Krishna is simply pleased with the devotion of the devotee. And therefore, the bhakti process is very simple. But it is simple for the simple. Not simple for the crooked. Not simple for the complicated. So to the degree our heart is a house for lust, anger, greed, to that degree we have become very complicated. Prabhuji, can you do 2 hour seva? 2 hour seva. Last time also you called for 3 hour seva. Now 2 hour seva. Tomorrow again you will call. If I keep going, then again this fellow will have too many expectations. You become calculative. Complicated means you become calculative. If I give 2 hours to Krishna, I don't get any money. But if I give to part-time, I'll get at least $20. Calculative. That's complicated. I am giving 2 hours, but other devotee, I see my friend, he's not doing any seva. So I also don't want to do seva. See? You become, when there's complication, you cannot be straightforward in dealing. You want even devotion, you make a business out of devotion. I'll give you a secret mantra so that if you pay me some money. And what is the mantra? Maha mantra. Or you have to pay money. So many gurus out there who actually gives different bija mantras, Gayatri mantras for money. You have to pay $5,000 for one syllable of the mantra. Then when you just chant syllable. Then when you qualify after some time, you for second syllable you pay $8,000. And I'm not joking. Top institutes are doing that. This is how they make money out of devotion also. So, therefore Krishna does not have any expectation. If you feel they're too costly, just come and worship Krishna. Krishna doesn't expect anything. He doesn't care for your money. He just wants that we choose him. No, this one. Yeah. So therefore it is very simple. Anyone can afford bhakti. And here it said, but that offering should be done with devotion and a pure consciousness. Ashnami prayatatmanaha. Prayatatmanaha means pure consciousness. That means don't offer anything to Krishna thinking that Krishna will give me back. You know the story of the fruit vendor lady? She was going around around Vrindavan, crying fruits for sale, because barter system. So she came to the house of Nanda Maharaj. Nanda Maharaj being, Vaishya, he had his own grains he would get by harvest. So he would take some grains and give to the fruit vendor lady, and she would give him fruits. So when she would give him fruits, and she would get grain in return. So that's how the barter system would happen. So one day when when the lady came to the house of Maharaj Nanda, Krishna saw her. And Krishna said, I also want some fruits. And Krishna with his small lotus hands, he picked up some grains, probably like 4 or 5 grains. And while going to the fruit vendor lady, even those grains fell off. And when he gave her, literally 1 or 2 grains fell. Morsels fell. So then he became very sad. At that time the fruit vendor lady saw that it's okay, don't be sad. And she just filled Krishna's hands with huge mango fruits. So Krishna was like holding like this and walking back. So she was just happy serving Krishna. She did not give Krishna mango so that she'd get something in return. She just wanted to give. And when she gave, then she was lifting her basket and going. She felt now, see, when you keep selling whole day, the basket should become lighter or heavier? Lighter. But she felt the basket is becoming heavier. Then she put it down and she saw all the fruits are turned to gold. See? That means Krishna always reciprocates. She did not give to get something. She gave to please Krishna. That is giving in pure consciousness. Ashnami prayadatmanaha. I accept it when given in pure consciousness. Chanting, we do chanting. By chanting, my mind will be peaceful. By chanting, my concentration will improve. These are all byproducts. That is also there. But by chanting Hare Krishna, you please Krishna. That's most important. By chanting Hare Krishna, the devotee was asked me to chant Hare Krishna, he is pleased. That is important. My Guru has given me to chant Hare Krishna, so he is pleased. So let me chant. So that is even a higher consciousness, more pure. Why do you chant? For Krishna's pleasure. Pure. Why do you chant? So that I'll be focused in my material life. Okay, at least you're chanting. That's not very pure. Isn't it? So offering is also done in pure consciousness. Prayatatmana. So we discussed about how on the path of bhakti, Krishna is side by side walking with the living entity, taking him closer to him. And see, Krishna is walking with you means through your times of thick and thin. Sometimes when you're happy, Krishna is there. Even when you're going through the most miserable times of your life, Krishna is there. You might not see him, but he is there. Krishna says, that's what he means by, I carry what they lack, preserve what they have. And in this verse we saw about how bhakti, Krishna does not care for anything material. Krishna is simply saying that the offering is done out of devotion. He is called as Prema Pujari. He is worshipped by devotion. And now next verse, we will see 928. In 927, therefore he says, even if you are not, in 927 he is saying, Yat karoshi, yad ashnasi, yad johosi, dadasi, yad tapasyasi kaunteya, tat kurushva madarpanam. If someone says, Prabhu, my dear Lord, Supreme Prabhu, my dear Lord, even if, what if I am not a pure devotee like other devotees? You are saying that it has to be offered with devotion, pure consciousness. I am not there. I am not so elevated. I am fallen devotee. I am very materialistic in my consciousness. What about me? Krishna says, don't worry. You can start at your level. See, it's a very good businessman. Krishna is a very good salesman. I cannot afford the car, no problem. You just pay EMI. Start at this rate every month. So Krishna is saying, whatever you have to do something, do it for me. You have to eat something, offer it to me and eat. You have to drink something, offer it to me and drink. You have to perform some austerities, do it as an offering to me. Whatever you do, do it for me. Easy, right? Anyone can do it. Even if one is not at that level of pure devotee, at our level we can start somewhere. So that's the 927. Yeah, 928. Same. Can you read? Who has the mic? Can you give him to read?
In this way, you will be freed from bondage to work and its auspicious and inauspicious results. With your mind fixed on me, in this principle of renunciation, you will be liberated and come to me.
So Krishna is saying, so like this, if you just keep offering everything to me, gradually you will be released from all bondage of karma. Just do it as an offering to me. Now 929, 930, 931, 932, 934 are very vital verses, which we have to cover today. And at the same time, we cannot take too much time. So we will do our justice. Sammoham sarvabhuteshu name dveshosti na priyaha ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya mayi deteshu chapyaham. Very important verse. Krishna is saying, okay, you want to read translation?
I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all. But whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend to him.
Yes. I envy no one. I have no friends. I have no enemies. Krishna is saying. Samoham sarvabhuteshu namedveshosti na priyaha. I do not have any friends. I don't have any enemies. I am equal to all. Understandable. But he says, but those devotees who worship me, they are my friend and I am their friend. Doesn't it defeat the first statement?
Yes.
He says, I'm equal to all, I have no friends, I have no enemies. And then he says, but those who are my devotees, they are my friends and I'm their friend. What can anyone explain? Okay, I don't explain. Let me explain. It requires an explanation. So Krishna says, how is he still equal? Even though he gives a special, he has a special place in his heart for his devotees, that means he's not equal to everyone. He's actually still equal. How? Because he gives an opportunity to every living entity to become his devotee. Therefore he's equal. Everyone can become his devotee. He does not like, any separate distinction or a class. SCSTs, they can, Yeah, they have, even if they don't score well in, AAA or J exam, still they have a seat. The poor air, what do they say? The general category fellows. Yeah, you have to be really good, otherwise you don't get good field. Isn't it? That's not fair, isn't it? Why? Because now people very cleverly change their category also, isn't it? Many people that change just so that they can get an easy entrance into top institutions. Krishna is not like that. Krishna says it is open to all. I have no enemies, no friends. With respect to, it is not that I close the doors for some and open the doors for someone else to become my devotee. Everyone can become my devotee. Demons or demigods, man or woman, old or young, animal or human, anyone can become my devotee. And because anyone can become Krishna's devotee, he is equal to everyone. But you become Krishna's devotee, then he has a special place for you in his heart. Maiti teshu chapyaham. What is that special place? In Bhagavatam 1.16.16 is explained. Saryatya parshad sevana sakya dautya virasananugamanastavana pranaman snigdheshu pandushu jagat pranatim cha vishnor bhaktim karoti nipatis charanarvinde. When Parikshit, as he was growing up, he would hear the glories of his grandfathers. What are his grandfathers? Pandavas. And what is the glory? Whenever you see that Krishna and devotees are walking together, what do we expect? Krishna is leading the devotee. Krishna is leading, devotees are following. Isn't it? But when you see Pandavas and Krishna, Pandavas are leading, Krishna is walking behind them. So that is the position of Pandavas. Wherever the Pandavas would go, Krishna would be there following them. Why? And what all positions does Krishna accept? Saratya. Sarati means charioteer. Parshada means an associate. Sevana means servant. Sakhya means friend. Dautya means doot, messenger. Virasana means a night watchman. Anugamana means follower. Stavana Pranaman, he would also offer respects to Yudhishthir. He would bow down to Yudhishthir and offer glorification to the Pandavas. Why did Krishna become a sold out servant for the Pandavas? Everyone is devotee. Okay, they are devotees. But what level of devotees? Snigdheshu Pandushu. Snigdha means very intimate, most affectionate relationship. That's called Snigdha. And Prabhupada translates Snigdheshu as malleable. The Pandavas were malleable to the will of the Supreme Lord. That means how Krishna wanted them to act, the Pandavas would act. Krishna would say, don't do that, they will not do it. Krishna would say, do it, they will do it. No personal consideration. And because the Pandavas were Snigdheshu Pandushu Jagat Pranatim Cha Vishnor, Bhaktim Karoti Nipatis Charanarvinde. And hearing this, the heart of Parikshit, when he would hear about his grandfather's devotion to Shri Krishna, his heart would immensely flood with love for the Supreme Lord. Where is that person holding a high top position in this material world at the same time becoming servant of his devotees? You will never find it. You ask Narendra Modi to drive your Uber. You think he will never do it? Even for 5 seconds. Ask him just sit in Uber seat. Ask any Prime Minister, President, no one will do it. Why Prime Minister, President? Ask your friend, he will also not do it. Isn't it? He has nothing. Still he is proud. But Krishna has everything. Still he is renounced. Why? Because when you become devotee of Krishna, you have occupied a space in Krishna's heart. And how big is Krishna's heart? Unlimited. That means everyone can get a position in Krishna's heart. That's the goal. We want a position in. To get a position in Krishna's heart, we have to be sincere in our practice of bhakti. Chanting Hare Krishna daily, hearing from Bhagavatam, hearing from devotees, reading Prabhupada's books, association, service. Then what are we trying to do? We are trying to claim some space in Krishna's heart. But you cannot just say, my dear Lord, keep me in your heart. No, it doesn't happen that way. We say, my dear Lord, please give me some space at your lotus feet. Because that is the nature of service. Service, you will not say, I'll massage your head. I'll massage your feet. Isn't it? So that is service. So for his devotees, Krishna has a special place. Krishna says, for my devotees, I am their special friend, they are my special friends. But everyone else, I'm equal to everyone, that I give opportunity that they can become my devotee. This is the another aspect of devotion. We're seeing multiple aspects. I hope you're keeping it in mind. One thing we saw is Krishna carries what we have, what we lack, and preserve what we have. And second one is bhakti is very simple. Anyone can practice it, no material qualification required. And third, what we're seeing is, and of course, we also saw anyone, even if you're not pure devotee, we can always start somewhere by offering whatever we do to Krishna. And this is the fourth one that we are seeing, that Krishna is very dear to his devotees. He is a close friend to his devotees, and devotees are his closest friends. Yeah. And now fifth one we will see. I can ask you four. I don't think most of you will remember.
That's best.
Should I go on with fifth one? What is fifth one? Now Krishna is talking about, what about devotees while practicing Krishna consciousness, they slip and fall. Well, they're chanting nicely, but sometimes you fall down from the path of devotional service. Is there no hope for such a devotee? Now Krishna is going to address that. Of course, now he says, Mom, okay, this is the one, yeah. Apiche suduracharo bhajate mamananya bha sadhureva samantavyah samyak vyavasito hi saha. Apichet suduracharo. Sudurachar means dura achar. Achar means behavior. Dura achar means Sudurachar means very bad behavior. So Krishna is saying, Apichet sudurachar. Even if my devotee, on account of his past conditionings, he engages in a very bad activity, sinful activity, which is not supposed to do, but by the force of habit, not pre-planned, not voluntary, not that today I will plan to follow, tomorrow chanting ho jayega, anyway, Krishna will take care. No. By the force of habit, sometimes we slip back into our past habits, past conditionings. Krishna says, Apichet duracharo bhajate mam ananya bhak. When he falls down to bad habits, he repents and continues to chant Hare Krishna, continues to be sincere in devotional service, continues to be eager to make progress in spiritual life. Sadhu reva samantavyaha. Don't make fun of such a devotee because he is still a sadhu. Krishna says. He is not a sadhu. He is still a sadhu because he was chanting, and when he fell down, again he is continuing to chanting to improve himself. He is not ready to give up. So Krishna says he is still a sadhu. Sadhu reva samantavyaha samyak vyavasito hi saha. He says. And then next verse you see. Okay, before next verse, next who has reading?
If one commits the most abominable action, if he is engaged in devotional service, he is to be considered saintly because he is properly situated in his determination.
Yes. You please read the purport, very strong purports and all these. But now we'll go to next words. As level 2. This we'll do level 1 Bhagavad Gita. Level 2 we go through purports also. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma shashvat shantim nigacchati kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma means he was suduracharo. Kshipram means soon. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma. Soon he will become a righteous being again. Dharmatma. Suduracharo to dharmatma. Why? He has not given up on chanting. He has not given up on devotional practices. Even though he is falling down, he is going ahead. So Shashvat Shantim Nigacchati means again he will attain the eternal. He will be reinstated. Shashvat Shanti means lasting peace. He attains lasting peace. Kaunteya Pratijanihi Name Bhakta Pranashati. My dear Arjuna, announce to the whole world that my devotee never perishes. So the devotee, some people can ask, why is Krishna telling Arjuna to announce? He can announce. Kaunteya Pratijanihi, why? He can also only say, Aham Pratijanihi Name Bhakta Pranashyati. I announce to the whole world, my devotee never perishes. Why he is telling his devotee to announce? Krishna might break his promise. Like in the battle of Kurukshetra, he lifted the chariot wheel, Rathanga Pane, and charged towards Bhishma. In a way, this chariot wheel is not considered a weapon. So in one way, he did not break his vow. But another way, because he charged Bhishma with the wheel of chariot, he broke his vow. So Krishna might break his vow to protect his devotee, but he'll never break the vow of his devotee. Never. When Prahlad told Hiranyakashipu asked, "Where is your Lord? Is he in this pillar?" Prahlad said, "Yes." Immediately Narasimha had to appear from there. Bhagavatam says, why did Narasimha... See, Hiranyakashipu hits the pillar, and the pillar can break down, and Narasimha can come from behind and kill him. Can happen, no? Why Narasimha had to come from the pillar? Satyam vidatum nija bhritya bhashitam. Because Prahlad said Narasimha is here, he had to come from there. Yeah. To prove the words of my devotee will never become false. So be careful. Be careful with devotees. They say something will come true. I mean, of course, if they are good devotees. If someone is practicing sincerely and they say, this will not happen, it might not happen. Krishna has to fulfill their words. So Satyam vidhatum nija bhritya bhashitam. He'll never allow the words of his devotees to go false. Therefore, Krishna is saying, Kaunteya pratijanihim name bhakta pranashyati. That announce to the whole world that my devotee never perishes. Krishna is saying. So that means even if we slip, sometimes we fall, sometimes we cannot chant, still we are determined to continue continue putting efforts in bhakti. Krishna is there. Krishna calls us sadhu only. He will not call you a sadhu. Bhagavad Gita. Yeah, read Prabhu.
He quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes.
Yes, declare it boldly. Not out of some fear, not maybe some confusion. Maybe he protects. Not that declare it that Krishna will try his best to protect you. Boldly that my devotee never perishes. Yeah? Okay. Now 9:30. This is also very important. Mam hi pata vyapashitya yepi syupapayo nayaha Stiyo vaishya tatha shudra yepi yanti param gatim. Mam hi pata vyapashitya means even if people are considered to be of low born, even if they are not coming from very good families, even if they are not born with good culture, still, they can, if they take shelter of me, they can attain param gatim, the supreme abode. Generally, people who are born out of India, they are considered as, malachas, yavanas, so many other terms are used. But, you see, when Prabhupada came from Vrindavan to the west, gave the message of Gita, they took it up so sincerely to their heart. They are going back home, back to garden. They are taking sannyas. They are giving Krishna to all of us. Isn't it? That means it is not restricted. Anyone can practice Krishna consciousness. So Krishna is saying, even the low born can attain me. What to talk about the Vaishnavas? Vaishnavas are never low born. Okay. Translation. Who's reading? Yes.
O son of Partha, those who take shelter in
Son
me.
of Pritha.
Oh, Pritha, sorry. O son of Pritha, those who take shelter in me, though they may be of lower birth, women, Vaishyas, merchants, and Shudras, workers, can attain the supreme destination.
Yeah. Whatever they may be, they can still attain supreme destination. Okay. See, Prabhupada says, it's clearly declared here by Supreme Lord that in devotional service there is no distinction between lower and higher class of people. Okay. So anyone can attain supreme abode. Now, kim punar brahmana punya bhakta rajarishyastatha anityam asukam lokam imam prapya bhajaswamam. How much more this is? You can read.
How much more this is so of the righteous brahmanas, the devotees and the saintly kings, and therefore, having come to this temporary miserable world, engage in loving service on
Yeah. Okay, and finally, this is the crest jewel verse of Bhagavad Gita. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi yuktvaevam atmanam madparayanaha. Therefore, when Krishna says engage in devotional service to me, he also tells how to do it. Man mana means my devotees, their minds are always absorbed in me. What does it mean mind is absorbed in Krishna? Always thinking about Krishna. What do you mean by thinking about Krishna?
Loving with pure devotion.
Okay, something more. What does it mean think about Krishna? Yes?
Always thinking how to serve Krishna.
Okay, good. How to serve Krishna? One can always think about how to serve Krishna. Good. Anything?
Knowing that he's the controller, he's the proprietor.
Yes, understanding his qualities. Those are one aspect of qualities. Other aspect of qualities, primary qualities are Bhakta Vatsala. He is Gopijana Vallabha. Those are even there, yes.
Like understanding that like if anything happens, if it's good or bad, it's like because of Krishna. And it's
Yes, connecting everything that happens to Krishna. It is all Krishna's mercy coming in my life. Very nice. Seeing Krishna's hand in everything that happens. And anything else? How can you think of Krishna?
Doing everything to make Krishna happy.
Doing everything to make Krishna happy. Very good. That whatever we do in our life, we are seeing how my endeavor can please Krishna. Or I do in such a way that I am not displeasing Krishna. That means if I do a job, it should not be adharmic. I should not lie, cheat. Like that. Very good. Anything else?
Think about his pastimes.
Very good. You can think about his pastimes. Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela. Thinking of his form, the deity form. Meditating upon his pastimes. You can learn lessons from it and see how heroic Krishna is. Nayakanam Shiroratnam Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Of all the heroes, Krishna is the crest jewel hero. All the stunts you see in the Bollywood movies, Telugu movies, it's all coming from Krishna. He's a Nayakanam Shiroratnam. And also his Leela, his qualities. How he deals with his devotees. How he just wants to give credit to everyone else. He's called as Sarvajna. Once Krishna wanted Arjuna asked, I want to get some wealth because Yudhishthir wanted to conduct sacrifice. And after the war or something, the treasury had run out of, there was no money, no treasury. So Krishna told Arjuna, Yudhishthir told Arjuna, get some, gold. And Arjuna didn't know where to get. Immediately, Krishna is called as Sarvajna. He knows everything. So Krishna told Arjuna that there are some kings who have donated these gold plates. When the kings were so rich, they would eat in golden plates and just throw. Like you use paper plate, they would use gold plate. And the Brahmanas were also given charity of gold plates. And the Brahmanas were so detached, they would think, why have we gotten this burden of gold with us? Such a load. And they would also throw gold. So Krishna told Arjuna, there is a place near the Himalayas where all these golden plates are rejected and thrown over there. You get that for your Rajya sacrifice, some yajna. And that time, Arjuna went to get that gold. He gave to Yudhishthir, and Arjuna was henceforth called as Dhananjaya. Who gave the idea?
Krishna.
Arjuna got the name. See? Krishna is so detached. He's not after credit. He is after giving credit to Arjuna. Tasmat, what is that words? Krishna tells Arjuna that you become an instrument. 11:33. Gita life. If we don't quote verses, we are Agita life. Agita life means we are not Gita life. We should be able to quote 11:33. Tasmatam uttishta yasho labasva jitva shatru bhungshu rajam samriddham. Then maye vaite nihita purvameva nimittamatram bhavasavyasachin. Krishna is saying, my dear Arjuna, so get up and fight this war and defeat them and earn the glory for yourself. You take the credit. Why? Maye vaite nihitam purvameva. I have already killed all these soldiers. What do I want you to do? Just get up, be my instrument, nimitta matram, and you take the glory. See, I will cook all the sabji, everything, but can you just take glory for me? Then you just take the credit that you did it. Can you do that? Yeah, of course. It's so easy. That's what Krishna is saying. This is Krishna's detachment. He's not attached to making his name. He is attached to pleasing his devotees. So he's telling Arjuna, just go get the glory. Then become an instrument. I've already done it. I've already taken care. Like that. So Krishna is saying, Man mana bhava mad bhakti. This way always remember. Keep hearing about Krishna. Krishna says, Rasoham apsu kaunteya prabhasmi shashi suryayoho. The light of the sun. As soon as you see sun in the morning, understand, no, that's Krishna's eye. One eye is sun, one eye is moon. When you drink water, oh, the taste of water is Krishna. Like that, the mind should always be absorbed in Krishna. It's not being fanatic. It is being realistic. Manmana bhava mad bhakto madhyaji means worship me. We worship Krishna by worshipping his nama rupa guna lila, by chanting Hare Krishna, by worshipping his deity form, by glorifying his pastimes and his qualities. And namaskuru means when we come to the temple of Krishna, don't be lazy and just do like this. Fall flat on the ground. There was one devotee 500 years ago. His name was Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. He was known for offering obeisances. What does it mean, known for offering obeisances? Daily he would offer 2,000 to 4,000 obeisances daily. Therefore he was known for offering obeisances. Every day he would find a Vaishnava, he would offer obeisances. He would see Tulsi Marani, offer obeisances. He would see deity form, offer obeisances. He would see Krishna Prasad, offer obeisances. But of course, he did not have any back problem or anything. Nothing happened. Krishna protected him. Well, he was offering obeisances after obeisances. Why? Krishna is saying, Mam Namaskuru. Of all the things, Krishna is saying Namaskuru, offering obeisances. Because when we bend down and fall flat on the ground, then we are accepting that I am subordinate, you are master. When we do like this, flying kiss, or just very artificial, just this much, only the top head bends, these things will not bring in subordination. Or someone is bending, you just touch the ground and do like this. It will not help. Go on the ground. Namaskuru. Mam evaishyasi yuktva. In this way they are connected to me. They are in yoga. Yoga means connected to me. Atmanam paramat parayana. In this way they worship me. They surrender to me. And this is thus in the end the Bhaktivedanta purpose of 9th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita in the matter of the most confidential knowledge. This is the most confidential knowledge. How to surrender to Krishna in the path of bhakti. So you can just take note of text 922, 926, 927, 928, 929 Samoham Sarvabhuteshu, 930 and 931 is Apichesa Duracharo and Kshutpam Bhavati Dharmatma. And Kaunteya Pratijani hi Namai Bhakta Pranashiti. 932 is Mamhi part of Pashitya, that anyone can take shelter of me. What to talk about the Vaishnavas. Finally, 934 is how to surrender to Krishna. How do you become his devotee? Always be absorbed in my thoughts. That means Krishna should be in our mind, always. If Krishna is not in our mind, something else is, then you are in Maya. Because that which is not Krishna is Maya. Okay. And Yaha Krishna Naha Nahi Taha Nahi Maya Adhikar. Chaitanya Charitamrita says, where there is Krishna, there is no Maya's Adhikar. And if you have not put Krishna here, then Maya has a strong hold on you, a grasp on you. And she is just making your life miserable. So better to put Krishna there. He will release the tension. You become peaceful. Okay. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.